Alright. Hello, Tujin. Alright, my boys, they're off at sea. They'll be back in 20 minutes.
Yo ho ho.
That's right. Yeoman's life for me. Again, I had, what is it now, 24 hours? 24 hours to figure out what the term is for a guy who's at sea. Sailor, I suppose. But there's another one, I'm sure. Probably.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's gotta be. Calgary. I kinda... Alright, I know this is like blasphemous, but I kinda like the more that I do it, the kind of...
Mariner, seafarer.
Yeah, there you go. Mariner. That's good. The more time I spend doing, um,
How about shipman?
shipman, I mean, I love it. That sounds like exactly a term that I would use.
A philosophile?
Philosophile. That's like a
Mm,
lover of the sea. I love the sea. I'm a philosophile.
yep. Making it real creepy like.
Yes. Correct. Hmm.
Okay, so oh yeah, you don't have drops in your title.
I don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
I'm fixing it.
Thank you. I think I'm going to drop all of the expedition stuff out of the setup now that I made that earlier video. I think I liked expedition. I still do. I think I'm going to drop out of expedition for a little bit because I've done a lot of it this league. I'm ready for a break. I'll go back to it. Ultimately, I always come crawling back to expedition. I love it. Hmm. Oh, here we
I
go.
see there's a lot of misspelled tag.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Not by me.
No.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Driops enabled. Drops.
Driops.
Disabled.
Drip drops.
Twitch
Raindrops.
is a
Drop tops.
multi-faceted.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this layout works. Not like I need to guarantee that there's ore in every map. But I could, but I don't need to. You know what I do need to do is make sure that Fizzle Perfection is locked in. Okay. That's good. And then Scarabs. I want to have pretty much all the Scarab bonuses I can, except this wheel with significant troves isn't that big of a deal. This is a pretty good setup. I'm happy with this. I like Calgar. I hate to, well, I don't hate really to admit it that much. Kind of like Bismuth.
Hmm.
I like the idea that Bismuth will give an extra modifier to a lot of the monsters, which means they'll be worth more. I feel like that's like a throwaway node, but on the other hand, like that could actually be pretty damn good. Uh, yeah, all of these bonuses are kind of interesting, except for the Crimson Iron Ore that gives you more monsters. I guess that's more guys to kill. Actually, that could be pretty good too. Could probably print a ton of gold if you really wanted to. Doing that setup. Hmm.
Printing money. I'm interested.
Oh yeah, the money printer is online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 points, and I would need 7 to get down to Prospector's Luck. Hmm. Although, what I could do here is just go around the left side. There we go. Thinking with my entire brain. Yep, perfect. What is my chance to find ore nodes in my maps right now? 55%. So that goes up 67, 79, 99, and then presumably there's like some base chance, so 100%.
Hmm.
Okay, I have 4 points left to get. I have 2 unique maps. and 2 Maven Feared and Forgotten. I've not done anything with Breach because I never do. And so, what would that leave me left over to put these points into? I could drop them out of something else and put them into, like, shrines. I do love shrines. Or I could just put them into, like, 2 Scarab points here. 2 Scarab points there. I'm okay with that, too. Alrighty. Well, let's see. I still haven't done a tier 17 map yet, which is ridiculous. I should get around to that, but whatever.
You're slacking.
Oh, you're not kidding.
We're doing too much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I'll just throw rando hunted traders in for just like free extra guys to kill. And now I can just like roll up a bunch of Dunes maps and just run this for a little bit. Dunes. Do I want to do Dunes? Yeah, I think so. Keeping my eye on the chisels, just depleting out of my stash. Need to buy some more from Kirak, I suppose.
I've received a report of a mysterious...
Thank you, Mr. Kirak. Still no good unique maps, unfortunately. Alrighty.
I blame the rain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think volcanic, whatever, fissure of snaking was like stronger. That's not up for debate. You know what? Oh god, you can't do search in this tab, so still not really useful for rolling maps. So that's okay. All right, I haven't actually put together a regex yet. For this character, this league, which is not particularly complicated to do. PoE regex, okay. Reset. Here's what we're looking to avoid. We want to avoid reduced effect of non-curse auras. I hate that modifier. It's just not fun. No regen, less recovery, and then Ellie reflects so my Merc doesn't kill herself. And then the only other thing that I'm like not interested in doing, I guess temp chains. That one sucks. There's one other one in here. Flask charges is annoying because I'm playing a flask finder. So we'll take that. I don't care if it has, like, I don't care about minimum quantity right now. So let's throw all these back in there. Although some of these are white maps, so I guess I should have put, like, yeah, let's just say like 70 quant. There we go. Done. In terms of my league starter, I feel pretty good about it. Actually. Like, you know, it's Toxic Rain Pathfinder, it's fast. Did I just scour the wrong map? Okay, whatever. I scoured the wrong map somehow. That's absurd.
Good Jorb.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I knew it was what I wanted to play coming into this league because I didn't touch it last league, and you know, Toxic Rain kind of been my bread and butter for a long time before we made this channel. I think part of my thinking in making this channel was like, there are definitely like people who are fans of Toxic Rain Pathfinder. Ben and Zizarin are probably the two most famous for it, but there's nobody out there just doing it like Pox does, but for Toxic Rain Pathfinder specifically, where they're just like, yep, I'm just gonna put like 1,000 hours of content out into the world about this specific build. It seemed like, oh, I can do that. I should do that. Somebody needs to do it. Wow, 60 quant? That is a horrendous map. Okay. Also bad. There we go, that's better.
Was it
All right.
Ryan that asked us to watch Arcane? Was that you, Ryan?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know people like Deadeye, Ellie Hit, Lightning Arrow. I've played them in the past, Tornado Shot, all of those. Played them all. They're good once you have a ton of gear. You know, they're insanely fast, and that's good. Good morning, everybody, in parts of the world where it's morning. But man, I mean, the lack of tankiness, that is ultimately why I like Pathfinder so much more than Deadeye. Like, it's more work to press your life flask occasionally than not having to do that. I think I'm just gonna do Quant on all of these maps. It's fine. But I mean, man, like, you know, you live, like, that's the whole thing with Deadeye, right? Is like, you're committing, you're pot committing before you even start to, like, you're just gonna die a lot in maps. Basically, the goal is if it doesn't die before it's on the screen with me, there's a decent chance it's gonna kill me. I don't love that. Yeah, I got a pretty nice amulet from the mechanic I'm currently doing, which is Calgar. I got the Kraken medallion, one of many Kraken medallions out there. The way Calgar, the like shipments generate pieces of rare gear is very weird. Is there like 10 other of this exact same amulet with the exact same stats, with the exact same rolls, obviously the same name, all out there because of them all being generated, I guess, from the like same seed or whatever. Hillock. Yeah, you're going to jail, Hillock. This is the Atlas setup that I'm using. Very, settlers oriented, and then like blue altars, because I always have preferred blue to red on the altars. Ooh, this map is laggedy, dude. No, no thank you. I don't want to fight that guy right now. I want to kill these Syndicate creeps. I played around with Jund for a while. I actually like what they did to the Jund redesign. I think it's really good. But I didn't think it was like, what's the way to put it? Like, good for cheap, easy, consistent currency on no investment at league start. I thought it seemed like something that would be really fun to do at like high investment deep into a league. But like cheap money printer goes like a very, very slight like burr, just a very little burr like you get out of like zero investment expedition where it's like really solidly printing.
Yeah, I mean
Chaos and stuff, you know.
Once we're done with this, maybe this video or the next video, we might check it out. But again, we don't like to watch other strategies until we're like kind of set with ours, since we don't want to borrow stuff accidentally.
Yeah.
I eagerly await your decision.
1 second here. Realize my overlay is still on and in the way. Let me turn that off real quick. I guess I'll turn on streamer mode too, so in case I get any pings, they don't come through.
I'm immediately
everybody.
gonna ping you right now.
Well, too late, because I already did it. I do see that ping, by the way.
I didn't ping you.
Oh, well, somebody did. Oh, man, that could be a halfway decent ring if it was on a better base, but a Power ring, what are you going to do? Alright, I'll take the 3 of Chaos,
That's
it's
your
fine.
other channel manager, or whatever.
I think it was actually just somebody joining the Discord, which is cool.
No choice but to let you.
Welcome to the Discord, Conrad.
We are absolutely floored by how many people don't set a Discord icon or profile banner or color
Tell me about
or
it.
anything. Some people just not into customizing things, I guess, and I just can't relate to that because I customize literally everything.
Yeah. I'm very, like, particular with the way that I do customization of stuff, like, I mean, World of Warcraft's like a good example. Like, I have a very, very, very specific appearance I want, like, a panda or a tauren to have, but that's the only one. Like, it is exactly that. Like, all of my characters that reasonably would be like a male tauren, they are, and they look identical to each other. Like, that's the only way a male tauren can look, but it has to look that specific way or it's a problem. Hey, two altars. Nice. Yeah, that quantity mod's pretty good, and quantity, but reduced defenses per frenzy charge. Maybe just unsocket frenzy. Alright, done. I'm still at the point in the league. My farming has been like so weak that I don't even really have like a good stockpile of like lesser and whatever greater eldritch currencies yet, so I probably should be doing some of that, just getting like as many lesser eldritch ichors and embers as I can. That's okay though. I just like hitting Vol Caustic Arrow and getting like, you know, an extra offensive cooldown type of deal. I corrupted it. I corrupted a regular Caustic Arrow that was 2020, hoping it would go up to 21, and instead it went Vol, which is significantly more expensive. A 2020 Vol Caustic Arrow is like, I mean, last I checked, it was like a few divines, so felt like, you know, might as well take advantage of that. Proj fires in random directions is very annoying if you're playing like a Caustic Arrow specific build, because your CAs just go wherever they want. Like, they'll go wherever they want. They'll shoot off into the opposite direction of the room. But that's not going to be a problem here. Hello, Relentless. I think we're done on this map. Now we are. Alright, on to the next. So a couple of good pieces of potential merc gear here. I love this little rucksack like secondary stash thing here. And then the ability to, like, you know, throw stuff directly into it as well by holding a control shift and then clicking is really good as well. They did a good job with that little bit of quality of life. I've been really happy with the continuing quality of life upgrades with every league. Yeah, I'm feeling good about the decision to put that extra point in to get more bismuth nodes. I'm definitely going to be doing more of like a deeper dive on Calgar later on in the league, because as much as I know people are not thrilled about settlers coming back, and I wasn't initially, man, it's good. It's free real estate. It's just free money. There's something about it that I find unsettling, though, right? Like, maybe it's the mobile game aspect of it, or maybe it's just like, what, I get currency from the game and I don't even have to play it? I don't know. Something about that seems unethical or whatever, but, you know, on the other hand... Oh, damn it. That is a great quantity roll, but the divination card that rewards basic currency literally gave me a House of Mirrors earlier this league. We're just going to go div. I think that minion nodes right now, since I'm not doing much to juice these maps, really, I think that they're better than most everything. That was probably a bad call. I mean, quantity's pretty damn good. Anything other than quantity, I probably should take the minion roll, but the quantity is just too solid. Oh, yeah, and then getting another one. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely made the wrong call. That's alright, though. This is mostly the same setup as I was running, like, on stream yesterday. It is not the same Caustic Arrow setup that I was running, like, at league start, though. Greater Eldritch Ichor. Yeah, damn, man. I just keep getting these great quantity rolls, and then I'm taking the other one, the minion roll, because I'm dumb.
Streaming hasn't been a common thing for us.
No,
We've
not
just
at all.
been doing a lot of it this week because we've been having fun.
That's right.
And we've been streaming both games for both channels.
Yeah.
We've also been incredibly busy.
That's true. Been a lot of news going on in both the World of Warcraft and Path of Exile spheres, so easiest way I think to do some stuff related to that is just do a little streaming. I mean, I never stream, but it is actually pretty fun. There we go. That's my one reward for having taken the stupid div cards give currency minion modifier instead of quant. I got one div card that gives 10 alt orbs. That's what I deserve.
You are right, Kevin. In fact, WoW tried that for a while, where we had to go check on boats at a specific time, and we hated it.
Yeah. It's true.
We hated it all the time. We hated it, we hated it, we hated it. Have to log in to check my boats.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No, I mean, I think that's exactly right. I think that's why I was so repulsed by that league mechanic after a while.
Yeah.
And I would feel that way more, but I've gotten like probably like 15 divines out of it from like, I don't know, an hour's worth of effort. And then I also got this, well, I can't show it right now because I'm channeling on this stupid ore node, but I got a great neck, out of it too. +1 chaos dot multi, or I think it's +1 chaos skills dot multi, and life and int neck. So it's like, well, that's pretty good. Thought about buying all the rest of the ones that exist. I'll show it in a second here once this is dead. Because it's generated through Kalgur, there's like 10 of them available on the market that are identical. I thought about buying like as many as I could that are like under 2 divines each and trying to annul them to get that spell damage off, and then I could like craft non-channeling skills, have minus mana cost.
Yeah.
And then sell them. But I just hadn't gotten around to trying to do that because I figure like that's such a gamble. I mean, that's why I didn't do it on this one. It's like you have 4 really good modifiers on there. If you annul any of the 4 good mods, you're kind of screwed. And if you annul the other 2, like if you annul the suffix, that's okay. You can craft whatever. Not a huge deal. It's really only the spell damage prefix that you would want to annul. So it's like a 1 in 6 shot of getting the good mod is pretty bad. We do have an older video on the Bowcraft, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to... Oh, there we go. There's a boats, by the way. I'm definitely going to have to do an updated video on all the gear crafting, which I took like several days writing all of that down and recording that. Yeah, no divs, that's okay. Got a bunch of rings. Wow, that's a max level T1 suffix. Unfortunate about the cold damage, because this could be a decent ring, but it isn't. Again, another one of those where it's like, if it were most of those same rolls on a better base. I don't know that this is going to be worth much, but it could be worth like 20 chaos. When's this coming in? 35 seconds? Yeah, I can wait. Probably do need to stop sending out shipments to Kalgurin ports, though, because all of the rune graphs that I'm getting back, totally worthless. The only ones that I'm, like, the only, tattoo, whatever, that I'm getting back is the tattoos from Nakanu and Tanoi. And those are worth a ton. This is from Nakanu, so... Fingers crossed we get ourselves a nice valuable tattoo. Even some of the tattoos that you would think are like, well, that's cheap. That's junk. 5 resist or whatever it is. Those are also worth quite a bit. Alright. Junk. Triple resist is pretty good. Damn, man. Actually, that could sell for a bit. That's nothing. No. Junk. Any shield that doesn't have block chance is going to be like, it's pretty hard to justify.
On it.
Alrighty, let's take a look at what these 2 tattoos are worth. So this is like actually one of my weakest shipments I've had in quite a bit. Like 5. So this is a good note always, like whenever you're, selling anything pretty much that you don't know like the absolute exact price on it or whatever, like just double check and make sure that the like sell price and the buy price for it aren't like pretty far apart. These are not far apart, but whatever. I can get a free extra chaos and it'll sell instantly. That's fine. Again, same type of deal here. Can sell this for like 4. Not a huge deal. 10 chaos out of those 2 tattoos. That was pretty bad.
What was that bow video called?
It was something like craft your own gear or something. Not great SEO wise. But something about like crafting your own gear.
Was it the TRPF crafting guide?
Yes, definitely. Wow, that's like a 50 chaos, maybe. Body armor. I'll throw that in the 30 tab, and then I'll throw this one in the 50. Wait, this one? No, not this one. Although it does have a T2 life regen, that's still like not much. 20 chaos, and then this one. With triple, well, T1, T2, and T4 resistances, and then high armor. That's not bad. I mean, Expedition is good. There's no reason to hate. Wow. 42% block and a pretty good res roll. I don't think this is anything, but yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll throw it in a 20 chaos tab. If some strong man wants to come use that, then by all means. Alright, I'm just going to throw a couple in Akanu shipments out here. Crimson Iron and Pumpkins. Oh, I already did this. That's right. Yeah. Okay, Bismuth and Orgords it is. Orgords, not a ton of Orgords ready to go. It's fine. And Bismuth. What I have of it, anyway. I guess this is why I sent out those, the shipments earlier to wherever, to King's March or Calgar or wherever. Verisium and Blue Xanthemum. Yeah, sure, I'll send the very little bit of Blue Xanthemum I still have, and then just take all of my Verisium, that's fine. You can have some corn, too. Good old corn. Good night, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. Sleep well. Alright, let's get into this Dunes map I opened earlier and never ran.
All our EU friends are like, I'm just getting ready. I'm just waking up.
That's
getting
right.
ready for work or whatever. Getting my kids up.
I certainly wouldn't know about that.
Yep, same.
Wow. Huh.
Apologies. Studio business in the background.
Yeah. Oop.
Mostly we just make fun of the currency selling websites that keep reaching out to us to advertise on the channel.
That is true. A lot of that keeps
As
happening.
you guys know, we don't have any like direct sponsors yet, but we do get a lot of requests from sites that sell currency. Don't buy from those places. That's not in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, very anti-RMT.
Yeah.
I've been spending my whole life trying to figure out what the Larold guarantee is, and I can tell you one thing that is also the Larold guarantee is that I will never be shilling for. I'm not even going to say any of their names. First of all, I don't know their names, so that helps for not being able to say them. But yeah, any of those websites that are like, you can buy whatever currency here. No thanks.
Exactly.
First off, ignored. Second, reported. You're going to jail. I don't like gambling. I say as I'm playing Path of Exile, but it's true. Gambling's kind of killed a lot of my love of sports. I was watching some sports earlier today because I have, for a long time, been a big fan of sports. And ESPN apparently has their own gambling app now. It's like, oh, so you can watch ESPN and they can tell you what to bet on the app. I guess there goes our ESPN sponsorship, but whatever. Not interested.
Yeah.
It made me very sad. Rarity's good, but I'm gonna take the Greater Eldritch Ichor. Speaking of gambles. I still don't even have, like, totally optimal Eldritch mods on all my gear, so... There we go. Got one. It's paying off already. 2. Now we're talking. Nice. I mean, you know, Greater Eldritch Ichor, Greater Eldritch Ember, they're roughly equivalent to like a Chaos on average, so that's pretty good, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, not too bad. Alright. Not gonna charge this up all the way, a little rippy, but stop at like 500. Mostly it just makes the, like, rares from this insanely tanky. I think it overcharges the amount of toughness that they get to a degree that I don't really care for. Especially the unique, whatever the name of the unique is. From Verisium Ore. Really overcharges that one. I had farmed up a lot of gold. I farmed up like 300,000 or 400,000 gold yesterday. But then I spent it all buying new guys, buying new workmen. Oh, hello. Ugh. This is a terrible merc. And her gear is also not good. This body armor isn't terrible, but, you know, it's a 4-link, so, like, not worth much. Yeah, I mean, none of this is good. I don't want to just exile her, though, so it's like, what do I do? Do I take some gear that really sucks? Or do I take 5 binding orbs? Whatever, I'll just take the binding orbs. It's not about the money, it's about sending a message.
Oh. Okay.
And the message is that I would like whatever challenge is probably associated with having beaten however many mercs, you know? I'm just assuming. I'm not thinking about challenges yet in the, like, direct sense, but I am thinking about them in the abstract, like, you know, I'd like to get them all. Go for 40 for the end of the league. There's probably a challenge for something. Some number of mercs, probably. Yeah, probably. In here somewhere. I'm already at 3 or 4 on the grinding gear goals one. I just have to do 30 Uber bosses or reach level 100 or 73 or no, what is that? That's actually not even that bad. That's like 37 more Uber Lab? That's easy.
I started a chat goal that's YouTube's version of subs, I guess.
Nice.
I guess. Just to experiment with that, you know, since we stream so often.
Oh yeah. Big time streamers. Yeah, that's a lot of gold coming out of the Crimson Iron ore nodes. Like, I don't really love the feel of the Crimson Iron ore nodes, but it's not like they're hard, and they seem to just print out like thousands of gold. Maybe Crimson
Cheer
Iron
was
ore's
the word I
good.
was looking for. It's YouTube's version of cheering. The chat goals.
Cheering.
Yeah.
Nice.
I set it as low as possible. The lowest you could possibly go is not like 5 pennies
Yeah.
like you can on Twitch. The lowest you can go is $2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show.
YouTube's
I'll
like,
show.
we have big money, so you also need to collect big money.
All right. I love money.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, I'll show off the Caustic Arrow setup. So I'm not quite ready to like put this all into a video just yet, but like next couple of days I'll get to it. But I've gone with like a Mana Forged Arrow setup for Caustic Arrow, and then it's Vol CA, so I can just like throw Vol Caustic Arrows whenever I run across like a really large pack of enemies or like something a little like tankier or whatever. And then I'm using Life Tap with that because the mana cost on the regular Caustic Arrow would be very high. Life Tap does make it cost life, and it makes it cost a lot, but it increases the amount of life you get back from Life Flasks, and we always have Life Flask up, pretty much always. So it actually winds up being like a net positive to have that set up. And then I'm also still using another Mana Forged Arrow setup, but I have like, it's just Mana Forged Arrows, Toxic Rain of Withering, and Frenzy, and then I have Culling Strike hooked to them, so like just enough to generate some Wither stacks. Like it's this, Tiara of Withering, Frenzy, Culling Strike, and Mana Forged Arrows, so that, you know, that's triggering automatically, giving me Frenzy charges without having to use Blood, Frenzy, and have that constant life degen that I hate. And also it works in single target, which that does not. And it generates Wither, and it gives Cull. So, you know. Yeah, big fan of all that. Oh, yeah. What am I hearing? Oh, okay, I see. I'm hearing the sound of the markers for the Kalgurin mining nerds coming in to steal the ore from this map. Got it.
You're as good as dead. I know what I'd choose.
For Chaos, I don't think anything she has is going to be worth that much. Or, like, easy to sell. So, yeah, I'll take 4C, I guess. And then, I don't know, my experience, I've only ever had one of these Ranger mercenaries kill me, and it was like on a map where I had, like, I think Eliweek, you know, or negative all res, something like that, so whatever, my res was a little low, and then she had, like, a Blasphemy Fire Curse and some sort of big igniting, you know, like, Fire Arrow, like one of the special mercenary-only skills, and she just hit me with an Ignite that just destroyed my health. But that's the only one. Most of these Ranger mercs have been pretty tame. That was also before yesterday's big nerf to enemy mercs, so. How many dunes did I pull out? Pulled out like 20 dunes maps or something. I'm hoping that I'll be able to fully resustain them. I'm only back up to 2, so. What is this? This is 14 now, and I think I had like 3 more, so maybe it was more like 18. 17, 18 dunes maps, so. Yeah. did feel a little bit like map sustain. Sure, it's just, you know, coming off the heels of having spent a bunch of time playing PoE 2 recently, where map sustain is crazy now. But it did feel like map sustain was a little low in the first week of this league. But it could just be me. Come on, die already, man. Toxic Rain of Withering is not good at all. It exclusively exists to put Wither on enemies. It just has built-in Wither. It lasts for half as long as Toxic Rain does, so it does essentially half as much damage. And it's really not a useful skill at all. Except as a way to get Withering, like Wither onto enemies without having to use like Wither support or something. But, you know, that is useful on its own, and it does hit. It withers on hit with like 100% chance rather than like a, you know, less than that chance, so it's better than a wither support. And it's like 5 hits at once because it's Toxic Rain, so that aspect of it is good. Yeah, I did a little recordo earlier, talking about like a couple of strategies that I've been playing with over the last week. I think Maven has been the one that I've probably enjoyed the most. I'm doing one of the other ones right now. Settler stuff. Which is not exactly... I mean, it's not really that complex, right? You're just doing a lot of the normal speed mapping, but then you're also stopping and gathering ore along the way. And it's not like you have to do ore stuff. Like, sending out ore isn't great. It doesn't give you raw currency. It does the opposite. It gives you stuff. You know, items like necklaces and, I don't know, leveled support gems. That kind of thing. Just weird crap. But some of that stuff could be really valuable, especially at this point in the league. Like, really valuable. So, I'll take it. I got lucky with Kirak earlier, I think like day 2 or 3. I got the Doriani's Machinarium out of Kirak already, so... Oh, I don't want to do negative resist. Not that I want to do Orbs of Alteration, but I'll...
Approach, challenger.
I mean, the Scarabs I was just using, just like regular cartography scarab to get more maps. I think I don't remember what it is. Escalation maybe, and then I was using I think it's influencing scarab of conversion just to sustain maps, and then other than that, pretty much you can just use whatever you want. You can use no scarabs, just do the rest of it like nice and cheap. That's a lot of debuffs on me. Ugh. Oh, worm flask, cool. I mean, I just kind of like generic scarabs that add monsters into maps. Like, I think I'm using one of those right now. Hunted Traders scarab, that, you know, that kind of thing. The white scarabs that just add more guys that are very cheap. Free real estate. Oof, that's a lot of guys being spawned by the Crimson Iron Ore at the end. Yeah, I don't know. I think putting the extra point in the tree to get more Crimson Iron Ore and more pods seems very scary. Definitely be rewarding, like, gold-wise. They seem to just throw massive piles of gold at me every time I run into those Crimson Iron pods, but yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like the Pathfinder Ascendancy does give you a chance, and it's good. The real value from the Pathfinder Ascendancy is that it gives you increased effect. And then, you know, you combine both of those, and then I'm still automating Withering Step as well, which, like, some of that's for move speed, but most of it is for just getting weather up more consistently. Just anything you can do to have it up all the time is really useful. NC. I don't think that anybody's going to buy this for 10C, but sure. Let's see how good the roll is on this Helm's Primacy. Not very. Alright. Agnerod. Gotten a bunch of Agnerod Easts. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that in the video I made earlier. I'll have to re-record a little bit and add that in after the fact. But I get so much gold out of these maps with the Kalgurin, like multiple Kalgurin Scarabs to get more ore deposits, and then the Guarded Riches, so everything's magic. And then they're generating lots and lots and lots of guys. Like, you know, definitely good for sustaining gold. Oh, absolutely, Old Spirit. I absolutely find if I'm like tapping Flame Dash a fair bit that I do run out of Flame Dashes. I mean, that is the downside of using an auto Wither Step. And like, I can't remember. I think it was Ben during like not a race, not anything like that, had an automation Withering Step going during like an Uber Elder fight and died on hardcore because of it and was like very mad at himself for not doing that. I could be completely inventing this out of my mind, or maybe him just like commenting on like definitely make sure, but kind of have a vague memory of that happening. Yeah, I think I'll take the rarity. I'm never that in love with div cards that give gems. Not that they can never be useful. Like some of the ones that are like, you know, awakened, like giving you like free awakened support gems can be good, but they're so RNG, they're rarely useful. Whereas like div cards that give currency, those can be pretty great. I feel like div cards that can give maps are usually pretty bad too. This is a horrible Amber node. I think this is barely gonna live. Alright, well at least it did. That is one thing I did not like about the way they implemented the Petrified Amber compared to the, you know, like Blight, where this is like a pseudo Blight, except these trees can be hit by regular monsters in the map that are shooting at you as well. Very weird. I don't like that. I feel pretty confident that mercenaries are not going to go core, and I understand why not, but I like them. I would not be upset if they did.
Let's make a mess.
I haven't played around with using the Divination Scarabs of Plenty again to check them out for like their gold potential. I know their gold potential, the amount of currency that I was getting out of those last league was pretty great. They're kind of annoying though, like when they all die. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, we're having fun streaming. We've been doing, I think, several streams this week, right? 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Just kind of fun to do.
We're testing the waters to see if it's a good use of time versus working on more videos.
That's, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's fun to do, you know, it's like definitely easier mentally, you know, you just log in, turn it on and just talk.
The issue with streaming is that it's kind of like gambling,
Oh,
and
yeah.
making videos is not as severe of a gamble
Yeah, that's true.
for the time commitment. Like,
Yeah.
there's no guarantee you're gonna get thousands of views on a video, but we have an idea of how well a video will do at the bare minimum, and then we can go from there. Whereas
Yeah.
streaming, it's like,
Who knows?
first of all, we have no idea how many ads are being played to you guys. We're not in control of that at all. So we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so that's that kind of stuff.
And, you know, just like, I don't know, some of the other concerns, like, will people actually enjoy it? Will it be entertaining at all? That was always the thing that made me go, like, nah, in the past. But a lot of people said to do it, and, I mean, you know, I enjoy doing it. It is fun.
We figured we'd do two things that have been asked for in the same week. Open a
Yeah.
Discord and stream.
Start streaming. You know, it's nice, right?
The masses can't possibly ask for anything else, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that about Mercenaries. I do think they would fundamentally alter the game in, like, a completely irreparable way. Like, Path of Exile would never be the same if Mercenaries went core. Oh, I'm going to take the div card that gives currency. I'm not going to learn from my previous mistakes. I'm going to continue to double down on them.
Okay.
PoE 1 would never be the same if we had Mercenaries going forward. And it's like, I love Mercenaries. I think they're awesome. I thought they were awesome in Diablo 2. I've wanted them in PoE 2 for a while, actually. For the same reason, especially as they've leaned more and more into some of the designs more recently, like, what the hell is it called? I've been stalling because I'm trying to remember what it's called. Adaptive resistances. Enemies that, like, you hit them with fire damage, and now, oh, they take less fire damage. So you're supposed to bounce back and forth between fire and cold. But no build does that well, most builds don't do that in PoE 1. Instead, what most builds do is, like, you know, they just blast fire damage the whole time. So, you know, like, that's fine. In Diablo, you would just, like, fix, like, monsters being immune with a merc, and that's sort of the thing here, right? Is you can have, like, if you're doing lightning damage, you can have a merc that just makes enemies way, you know, uses Dorianis to just make monsters take, like, 4,000% more damage. But outside of that, you know, just make it so that, like, monsters have less lightning res or whatever. You're hitting them with fire damage from your merc. In a world where Dorianis wasn't cheesing all monster defense, you and your merc would be doing different types of damage and fixing the issue that way. Maybe. Soul Eater. Soul Eater is one they gotta figure out, though. Soul Eater is a terrible mechanic. Just awful. Okay, let's see. 35,932 gold. For what that's worth, let's do this Crimson Iron Ore and just see how much I get out of it. Trying to burn it down as quickly as possible. Probably not that much, you know, probably like a few thousand gold, a couple thousand. Thing is, I think if you, like, let it spawn tons more guys, you know, if you sat around and let it spawn more guys, then I think it'd be a lot more rewarding. I like 8,000 gold. Honestly, that's not bad. Yeah, maybe if you spec into Crimson Iron Ore, you can get like 10, 15,000 gold out of each node. I don't know that I want to do that, but you could. Alright, normally it's rude to continue mapping. I'll just do this one mechanic here, since it's so quick. If it were anything slower, I would just zone out and come back. Alright, great. Yeah, that's true, Marcy. Ignoring armor is awful. That is such a bad design of I mean, it's good for players to be able to ignore enemy armor. Absolutely. Monsters, mercenaries, whatever, being able to ignore player armor, terrible. I know it's something that they've kind of backed off on somewhat, but like that just shouldn't exist at all. Not in a game where like hardcore permadeath exists. Like it's just it's unfair in a way that doesn't feel fun. Doesn't feel like a good challenge to just be like walking around taking no damage forever, totally tanky, and then bam, health is all gone in a single swing because that guy ignores all of your thousands of armor. Ugh, I hate to take jeweler's orbs, but I gotta. In this case, I'm not gonna take minus light and cold res. I don't want to. I could get a little bit more light and cold res and just be able to take that mod. That is the approach I usually go with. But I'm not right now. You know, maybe if I get like an Enlighten support, I haven't bothered to look at that, but I might do that and then switch over instead of using Arctic Armor. So just using Purity of Elements. Just to be fully ailment immune, which would be convenient. Allow me to swap some more gear around too. And then that would definitely put me more than 60 res over the lightning and cold res cap. And then you can very freely take all the player monsters you want on blue altars, and that's great. That's why I've always liked blue altars more than red. Because they won't sometimes, like, you know, supercharge, and now you get minus 140 fire and chaos res, or whatever it is, minus 120. Like, no thanks. Alright, we'll take Quant. It's fine. I'll take Quant. This map is full of Crimson Iron Ore nodes, which I'm not upset about. You know, maybe if I were just in the mood to farm tons of gold, maybe that is the move. League currency, interesting. Okay, league currency is like Harbinger stuff, essences, what else? Catalysts. Divination cards that give catalysts. Alright, let's just start working on the ore. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, and I'll probably want to add this into the latest video, I think the approach you probably want to take with, if you're doing Calgro stuff, with this wheel up here is look at what's like, what your quotas are for the moment if you're trying to fill out quotas at docks still, and then just basically spec into like the 2 ore nodes that you're using the most and taking advantage of that. I think generically, once you decide I don't care about quotas, which might be from the approach from the very start, then I think taking Bismuth so you can get extra monster modifiers is kind of nice, and Bismuth is fast. You just click it and move on. Verisium is good because it gives you the boss, right? And the boss can drop Svalin, which is... I'm not sure what Svalin is worth. It's a bad roll, but a good roll is just like, you know, very valuable, of course. That thing basically makes you immortal. I am pleasantly surprised that they didn't nerf it. I thought with it being in PoE 2, I thought about doing like a build to take advantage of Svalin, but I could just never decide on anything to play that wasn't just Lightning Spear. Amazon, I tried playing around with a bunch of different things, and every single time it was just like, nah, this isn't it. Like, it's alright, but what if it was Lightning Spear Amazon? feel like I missed something over here. This guy.
Try not to deliberate
5
too long.
regal orbs. Blah. Eh. None of this gear is anything. Alright,
Let's
5 regal
rejoice
orbs it
each well
is.
of you.
30 divs. Dear God. Yeah, I mean, definitely worth it
Very
to
well.
hunt that boss.
What was mine is now yours.
One of the things that I have earned currency from through doing Calgar is can't remember the name of the gloves, but like the gloves from the pirate boss that got me like 5 divs, like at a pivotal moment when I really needed the 5 divs. Agnosia, huh? I guess there are multiple names for these guys, because another one was named like Ataxia, I think. Spider Silk, blah blah blah. None of this is worth anything. Alright, great. Woo! Baby. 60 divs for Svalin. Damn. I'm checking your work. I just want to see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. These are offline prices, too. Oh, yeah. That's great. Online prices only. Oh, my lord. Oh, baby. Yeah. All right. Oh, damn. Look at that. Perfect Pyroshot class. 1515. That's just a straight upgrade for the Merc. That's just another, like, 2% damage reduction out of the Merc. Alright. Nice. Oh, that is pretty lucky to get, yeah, 2 out of 3 on Abyssal Depths. I gotta tell you, I go out of my way to not do Abyss early in a league. It really isn't bad. Especially just from, like, some of my testing, like, on the run-up to Settler League. Or maybe it was shortly into Settler League, like, doing it on a super budget. It's a really good mechanic for, like, very cheap. One of the, like, more inconsistent ones, though, and that's ultimately what, like, made me stray from it. You know, like, I don't know. But if you're really, really, really fast and blasting, and you can just start, like, being the veiled, what are they called? Stygian Vice. If you can be the Stygian Vice printer for the league, like on day 1, man, that's money. Yeah. Yeah, I think Fallen drop rate went down. That would be my guess. All the more reason to farm Settlers content. I mean, look, the thing I like about Settlers, as much as people have rightly crapped on it, the only reason that people, I think, have, like, really got a lot of animosity for it, at least the level that they have, is just that it, you know, this league got delayed. Like, if everything had gone as was originally according to plan, 4-month league, if Settlers was like a 4-month league, it would be fondly remembered. No problem. Don't think hold on. Interesting. If only that max life roll was better. Oh well. It isn't.
Let fear be your gospel. Take it then. Makes no difference to me.
But, like, there's a lot of variety in all the Settlers League mechanics, right? You get, like, a little bit of a taste of Blight with the Petrified Amber. Some whatever generic killing with the Crimson Iron. You get, like, a little bit of, like, kind of built in, like, not possessed monsters, but whatever, something close to that. With the bismuth. Touched monsters, anyway. Now, that's a great question. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all the ore. Send it out, I guess. Just ship it. Ship it and try and get, like, tattoos and... Mostly just tattoos. Mostly the main reason that I'm doing this, really, is to get more, what's it called? Dust. Thaumaturgic dust, because I'm going to do a bunch of recombinating bows and try and make, like, a proper, like, real 5-6 mod bow for Toxic Rain. That's kind of the plan. And I just assume, I haven't bothered to think, like, actually start pricing out how bad that's going to be, but I assume it's going to be pretty bad. Let's see. I don't think any of these are worth anything. Hand of Freesia, huh? That's funny. Linked. Linked stuff. Yeah, that's no good. Rear guard. Nice and bad. Shame. Alright, well, whatever. Garbage. All garbage. Thank you. Nameless Seer. Yeah, I will say, this is definitely generating a lot of gold. Like, I do think it's a little weird that there isn't, like, the built-in gold mechanic, like, from the level 11 mining camp passive from Settlers League, where, like, whenever you gather ore, you get an equal amount of gold to offset the cost, but it seems like you're basically getting an equal amount of gold from the monsters you kill. So, like, what's the difference? Feels wrong, though. Oh, nice. Nice, I wanted one of these. This is the lightning one. What is it called? If I can right-click relic. Oh, it's a cold one. Oh, it's blue. Okay, I thought that was a different flavor of blue. The lightning-colored blue rather than the ice-colored blue. I mean, yeah, that is exactly correct with Settlers League. It is exactly that. It is a mechanic for people who are basically, like, done with gold mechanically and have a lot of time, and then can turn that time into quote-unquote passive income. Not really passive. You know, you're having to do stuff to earn it. But, yeah. Alright, I don't know that this one will be good, the Gale Site, but like this is one I thought could be interesting for a mercenary, so throw that in the Merc tab just in case. Nice to have some tabs full of crap for later, for like secondary characters or mercenaries or whatever. Future crafting projects. In fact, do any of these have attack speed? No, right? No. Okay, I don't really want to sit here and alt spam one of these to have max attack speed. It would be nice to like roll one of them to have one of like max attack speed and just see how bad that is to recombo these together. Let's see. Two-handed weapon, bow, max attack speed. This is T1 attack speed. How bad is it to get on there with like fossils or alt spam? 51 chaos? No, 51 tries. So. Haven't computed. Okay. 12 tries with shuddering, 163 chaos. That's brutal. Alright, we won't be doing fossils. What about, like, just Alk? Just Alk Scour. 51 tries with Alk Scour, so that's like 14 chaos. That seems like the best move. Tedious, though. What about Alt Spam? Worse, alright, 25 tries, yeah. Oh yeah, they show their age pretty badly. It's true. All right, well, all of these are relatively higher level. You know, the thing I could do is just simply try to find, like, what if I just did the worst thing of all time and I went around buying horrible thicket bows from people that have, like, you know, T1 attack speed increased. Attack speed local. 17% minimum. Thicket bow, and then it needs to be... For this craft, I can't remember. What does it need to be? If I'm trying to go for... Oh, right. This is why I hadn't started doing this yet. It's because I wanted to have both the T1 dot multi and the T1 attack speed multi on there, or mods on there. And then recombo that with a +2 level of socketed bow gems. And then the goal with that would be to just simply craft cannot roll attacks, and then you would slam it with an exalt and a hunter exalt. That'll put +1 all gem levels and +1, or no, the hunter increased chaos damage over time mod, and then you would just craft chaos dot multi on there. So you'd have regular dot multi and chaos dot multi and T1 attack speed, and then +2 level of socketed bow gems instead of +2 level support gems, but then you wouldn't be wasting them on a multi-mod. So that's good. I mean, that's better than, like, any toxic rainbow you could craft historically without recombo. But getting both of these mods, increased attack speed and T1 dot multi, seems like it's going to be brutal. So what is this roll? 24? Oh, you're welcome, Danny. Thank you for saying hi. Oh, yeah. This is the brutal part, is getting both of these mods together. Yeah, because, like, best case scenario, how do you roll these? What's the best way? Probably just still Alk, Scour Alk, 32 tries to get both of those. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. 6,000 tries to get both of those onto the same item with an Alk. That's bad. That's not good. 6,000 chaos. Fossils. What about fossils? Technically speaking, though. Technically speaking. Wow, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Nothing wrong with playing Righteous Fire, honestly. Like, it's not like it's a bad skill by any means. Okay. What if we just tried to use Essences of Dread to get one of those mods on there with an Essence of Dread? I know, right? There's always a chance. Oh, go Pacers. I'm agreeing with that.
Oh.
Not that I even have, like... I don't have a dog in the fight. Admittedly, I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. But I have a dog in the fight of liking basketball that's good to watch, and so I am actively anti-Oklahoma City. I just hate the product that they bring to the table. They made it really unpleasant to watch. They're very good. They're very good, and if I was...
supporting you, and then you're gonna go ahead and diss his team? Brutal.
No, he's a Pacers fan.
Oh, you are a Pacers fan. Okay,
I'm a Pacers fan. No, Oklahoma City, like, okay, and this is a basketball chat, right? But Oklahoma City, I like the tough defensive, I like all the fouling on defense. I like the dirty play on defense. It's the foul hunting on offense. It drives me crazy. It's such a bad product to watch. I like dirty, hard-nosed defense. I'm a Spurs fan. I like that. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, like 36 Dread Essences. These are like 2 chaos each. So it's like 72 attempts to get dot multi or attack speed onto a Dread Essence bow. That's honestly not like, that's not that bad. But then it's like, what, a 1% chance to combine these two successfully? That's the issue. I agree. If there are real basketball gods, ethical hoops will win out. James Harden 2.0 will not be rewarded for his basketball crimes.
Oh.
All right. Let me think.
If you haven't joined the Discord, please join the Discord. We would love to have you. It's in the description.
Yeah, I think currency-wise, I definitely don't think I'm at the point yet to be like spam crafting, trying to do like dot multi and attack speed onto a socketed bow gems.
And in the chat for those
Bow.
of you who are
But
on mobile.
let's see. See if I can just buy this bow from this guy and then just see what the chance is of successfully getting 3 mods combined together. Because I feel like it's low, but let's see if it's like, is it 2% low or is it like 0.15% low? Because that's a big difference, right? If I'm having to do like 40 combines of this, that's not that bad of a project. If I'm having to do like 5,000 combines, that's gonna be a bit more of a concern. All right, thanks, brother. Okay. Grab just another random thicket bow and 1 essence of dread from old Faust. Oh, I need to grab some money from Johan. Dread. I don't need to buy like 500 of these at once. That's fine. What if I bought 1 for 3 chaos? There we go. That'll do it.
Doing it on the cheap.
Yeah, really am. Okay, great. All right, let's go see what the price is to recombine these things. I think I have enough gold. I know recombo prices are not super cheap.
Hello there.
I hope that they'll work. Okay, fractured mods can't be selected. That's good. Oh, level of socketed gems, huh? That's funny. I'm going to be forcing that on. Well, anyway. 8%. Oh, this is nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. Do I just send it? I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. Nah, they're garbage. They're toast. Yeah. All right, 8.5% to craft this bow. So if it costs, what did that cost between those two? I mean, that one I got a very cheap base to start with. It's like, let's say it's like, wait, what is 0.08, right? So it's like 13 attempts to pull this off. So if it's like 30, 40 chaos a time, let's even just round up. It's like 400 chaos to get this bow like kind of put together. That sounds pretty good. Oh, I like that idea. I like the idea of doing, yeah, like Aurabot Righteous Fire, where you're just insanely tanky, and then you are the setup for, yeah, like a fire guy. That could actually be pretty fun.
Danny, are you in our Discord? If you are, can you ping me in any channel?
All right. I don't want to just sit here and just like flush money down the toilet trying to make this, but I think I'm just gonna keep trying to buy more of these bows that have basically like some count of the following: bow gems, or T1 at dot multi, or did I say count 3? I meant count 2. Yeah. Either +2 levels, socketed bow gems, dot multi, or T1 attack speed. I agree. I thought this was going to be egregiously expensive. It's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, here we go. So we could just buy these bows that have already been like rolled by somebody with a dread. They do need to be what, 78 though? I can't remember. If you recombinate, doesn't it just go to the higher item level of the two? So I think if that's right, then the dot multi requires 82, so then I'd just be fine. I think that's right. These are pretty damn cheap. All right, let's just see what a dot multi-bow costs. All right. Not much. Now it just becomes the arduous task of actually getting people to sell them to me, which is, you know, tiring. But if I can do this in the span of, you know, like, whatever, sitting here doing this as the stream, that works. All right, I'm going to pull this over to second monitor. All right. Oh, yeah. Hello, Renee the Summoner. I'd like to buy your 1 Chaos Bow, if you don't mind. It begins the slow, painful process of buying these one at a time.
Oh, I just don't know what your username is. I was gonna give you a special role. I don't want to assume because somebody's name starts with a D that they must be you.
True.
A lot of people use different names everywhere.
Guilty. Yeah, that soul eating ring is pretty cool. I saw the whole like giant Reddit write-up on it, on the tech that somebody was using to take advantage of that, and I was like very impressed, you know. All right, yeah, they're already starting to get more expensive, 10 chaos now. I mean, that's okay, right? Somebody's using that fancy MTX that changes your trade window. I think that was... Yeah, I see
Get real
that.
fancy with it.
That's right.
Giving you the royal treatment there.
That's right. Stupid dog. That's this person's name. All right. Cool. Wow, these people are all picking up the phone really fast, I gotta say. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Something new and different. I think this is what happens when you don't start streaming at like 2 o'clock in the morning and go
Yeah.
until 5 a.m. in the morning U.S. time. Maybe?
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Just a guess. Just a guess.
I'm just talking about the miracle of getting a bunch of people to answer my trade requests this quickly.
I know.
What a time to be alive.
That's what I'm talking about too.
Yeah. I will say, like, last couple of leagues, when I've made some strategies about, like, selling maps, you know, like, I know people have said, like, one of the more common responses, like, I can't actually get people to buy them. It's like, you know, it would be nice if they had, like, a marketplace. Yes, absolutely. But I think the biggest thing that I changed that I felt was, like, pretty helpful. Who is this? Oh, this is just this guy. All right. And see, no problem. The biggest thing I changed around to like be able to sell maps was just simply like the time of day that I was trying to sell them. Like I would just specifically try and sell them during like late afternoon, early evening hours in the US. You know, since I'm on US servers. Oh, I mean, you know, global chat's global, right? But that did seem to change things around. Like I would go like a couple of days struggling to sell much and then just really start focusing on selling like when I think Americans are going to be logged on, and hey, bam, what do you know? Instantly all gone.
I I'd be interested in seeing what their marketplace looks like, because we've seen what a marketplace looked like on Diablo, and boy, was that a disaster.
Yeah, that's true, right? Like they completely botched it
I think the
in
issue
the
is
Diablo 3 world.
just like Diablo 3, it's unless you know a lot of information, I feel like it's harder to tell what's an upgrade.
Oh yeah.
And so prices can just be all over the place. And so that's also the same issue here. Like,
There is an MTX for the trade window. I think it's an old challenge reward. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look. Trade. Nope, that didn't do it. There's like junk or scav, or it was like some sort of weird junky trade. Oh man, I can't. It's like it's on the tip of my mind, but I can't remember. I think it was a Helm MTX. I'm just gonna have to go through all of my body armors. It was like part of a full set. Yeah, I agree with that, Marcy. Like, there's no way I could ever. I mean, thankfully, Faustus seems like he's locked in forever. But like, there's
we
no
have
way we
6
could ever play
minutes
without him.
remaining on our chat goal for super chat.
Oh, cool.
5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
Here it is. Hawker. I think it's this.
I think the issue with the YouTube chat goals is like most people don't know what they are, where they are, or what's going on.
Yeah. Mischievous Hawker. This is what it is. You throw crap at people when you trade with them. You have a tracker on the amount of times you've ever traded. You throw away bags of trash, and then you get a fancy UI MTX. Yeah, we are on EST, yeah. Yeah, I've loved being able to get curses from the mercenary, like getting them through, like, you know, glove corrupted implicit or something is cool too. Alright, I'm gonna have to refresh my search here for thicket bows. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, too. Oh man, I had to stop watching Game 5. I was so upset with like some of the foul calls in that game. I was just like, all right, man, really, really irritated. And then I was like, I guess I'll turn on the game today and see how it's going. I turned it on like a little bit into the second quarter, and I was like, oh, it's already an like it's a massacre. It's not even a blowout. It's just like death. Great, love it. And then it just continued to get worse and worse, or better and better, I suppose. All right, got a pretty good stockpile of like 2 mod bows here. I'll get, oh, this one's 15. Oh, I'm overpaying. It's not the right word, but yeah, this will be like number 9. Then I think every single one of these has +2 level on it. So, let me think about it. All right, so I have 9 of these accumulated. Yeah, so from here, I'm just going to go... pull this back over to the screen so I can see what I'm working with. All right, drop this out, and then just, you know, count 1. Just try and find ones that either have, you know, one or the other modifier. And these should all be super cheap, right? These should be... As long as they're at least... I suppose they all need to be eye level 82, right? As long as the dot multi is included in this whole setup, then a bow is always going to be IA level 82. Because it has to be IA level 82 in order for that mod to be there. So it doesn't matter. Alright, so mod level, or item level doesn't matter. I think. Okay, great. 6 alks. Hard to imagine this guy will answer, but sure. We're just going to run through the same set of behaviors. Feel bad. Trading with somebody for 6 alks. But, you know what? I'll throw him a chaos, too. Feel like they need it. Okay. All right, on we go. Just more and more of these bows. Get a nice little stockpile of them up, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think the addition of Faustus has been just a runaway success, which is great. And yeah, I don't think they'll be going back on that. I also don't think that crafting or that trading as it exists right now is going to be the way that it is even in like a year. I think we'll probably have some sort of trading mechanic. They're just trying to like get that right so that they're not basically so they're not bricking trading in PoE 2, but like it can't exist like it does right now. Like it has to be better than this. And yes, I felt the same way with the Wasps in Act 2 of Inferno. Good God. And then we doubled it. Awful. Honestly, like an all-time bad moment in game... game design, game, like... What would you say? PR? Game PR to be like, we made it really hard and then we doubled it. Talking D3. Alright, I guessed that my number of bows I would need to combine, or times I would need to combine bows, like 12, 13. So, definitely not ready to go yet. But, you know. What is this bow? This is just a 6-link bow. This isn't anything. This is the wrong one. Oh, I got the wrong one from somebody. Alright, well. It goes over there now. You know what? What's a 6-link thicket bow that's like... What eye level is it? 86? Alright, whatever. That's fine. Throw it in the 2030C tab. Might as well. I'm gonna do a little recombination here in a minute, and we're gonna see how it goes. Yeah, the Halliburton pass to Pascal was incredible, and honestly, it should have been a foul call too. You know, a lot of contact in the air. You know, if that was going the other way and it was in Oklahoma City, that's a foul call every time. Not that it would have had any impact on the, like, rest of the game, but it just clearly was. Like, Pascal Siakam got tackled in the air. It's fine. Nobody got hurt on the play. Everybody's alright. It is what it is. Oh, no corrupts. Alright, I know I have more attack speed bows than I do dot multi bows. In fact, let's just check. Okay, I have one. This is a crit multi, alright. So I have like 3 dot multi bows. So I do need to be mostly focusing on getting more dot multi bows than attack speed bows, because right now I have tons of attack speed bows. A surplus, if you will. Yeah, they really do. They get away with murder. I would agree. I mean, look, right? The whole philosophy of like, well, we can't put Pandora back in the box with the trading makes sense. Totally correct. You can't. But, you know, they've had a lot of years to do stuff, you know? I wouldn't mind if they started moving forward on that sooner rather than later. Maybe it's copium, but I'm telling myself they'll have something closer to figured out pretty soon.
Oh, hello there.
Like next league or something. Maybe next PoE 2 league. That would certainly, like, if they figured out trade, if they fixed trade for PoE 1 and PoE 2, thanks to PoE 2, I think that would get a lot of people pretty happy, I think. Alright, let's try with these two. Level of socketed bow gems, attack speed, and dot multi. Recombo go. Bow gems, attack speed, dot multi. Okay, that was what I was worried about. Why was it so cheap on the other one? What was the deal? Or why was it such a high chance on the other one, I mean? That's awful. Was it that the item levels were different? Is it that this one has memory strands or something? Whatever, let's just gamble with 0 chance of success. Yeah, alright. That is what I feared. Originally. T1 attack speed. Level of socketed bow gems is 26%. 4%. Is it the amount of... It's got to be the item level. Okay, so maybe having one of the item levels be super, super low helps. Or maybe it was the strands from the other one. Yeah, maybe. I don't see why, but like we'll do this one and then we'll do another one. And if it's in the like 4 to 6% range or something again, then it had to have been the strands. I don't get why the strands would make it less likely. It doesn't make sense, but I think that must have been it. Ah. Alright, this is eye level 85. This is eye level 57. Alright, T1 attack speed, bow gems, and dot multi. 4% again. Yeah, I just don't know. This one does have a very low item level bow here, so maybe that's it. Alright. Attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, and dot multi. Alright, so I have one more to do. Alright, this one's eye level 75. Let's just try, even though 4%. Yeah. Yeah, it would be pretty nice if that happened in, this is eye level 58. Let's see if that changes the chance at all. 4%. I think it might have been the Zana petals. That doesn't really make sense, but I think that it must have been. Yeah, I'm buying T1 rare T1s that have like this combination of these 3 mods, you know, 2 on one and 1 on the other, and then trying to recombine them to be a 3 mod bow with, yeah, T1 attack speed, T1 dot multi, T1 socketed bow gems, and then I can force on +1 level of socketed gems and cast damage over time, and then craft cast dot multi. No. Alright, I think that was the last one that I had in a stash that had multi. Dot multi. Yeah, that's just global crit multi. Okay. I remember the first time I saw a Mage Blood drop. Not for me, it was for Al Kaiser, and I remember him... It was, like, you know, day 2 or day 1 of the league that they were added to the game. And I think he got it out of, like, a heist jewelry chest, and his response was... Oh, cool. Perfect. Perfect Alkaiser response to, you know, Mage Blood dropping on like day 2 of the league. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Let's get some more dot multi-bows. Alright. I like this. If the chance on all of these really is like, you know, 4% or whatever, that's not too bad. I meant to, I meant to go do this trade before sending another trade message out, but that's fine. There we go. Like 4% chance to combine these two bows together, and then it's just like a deterministic craft for the rest of the go. It's actually pretty great. I mean, you do have like some of the irritating like after the fact work that you have to do. Like you have to then force 6-link it, which like it's not that hard to do, but it's just kind of annoying to, you know, go 6-link it after the fact. That's okay though. Oh, yeah. My first headhunter came from a Chance Orb as well. In PoE 1, it was in Blight League. First time I said like, all right, I'm gonna go try and chance my way to a headhunter in a Nemesis map. I got it on the first, or not Chance Orb. What are they called? Ancient Orb? Yeah, that's it. Ancient Orb. I'd like gotten a whole setup, gotten like a whatever it is, item level 44 or whatever belt, you know, super like, you know, low level to be able to like chance into it. And then I had like a bunch of them piled up. Thought like this is a stupid gamble, but I'll do it. And then I just one banged it. Very lucky. Never been that lucky before or since. But I really loved Blight League because of that. Really like pretty great RNG. All right, +2 in attack speed. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I have enough more for 2 more attempts here on hand anyway. Dot multi, bow gems, and okay, what is the deal? Because this one's incubating something, maybe. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Okay. There's no way to remove an incubator, right? Like, I can't take this to the I'm going to take this to the crafting bench and see if this will work. Nope. Alright, so this is just a dud. Ah, that sucks. I'll just gamble it. I mean, what's the difference between 4% and... maybe... I don't know. Alright, well anyway, it's not going to happen, so just go ahead and hit it, and then it won't work, and then that'll be that. Damn, my reverse psychology didn't work. I tried. Is it maybe relative item levels? Are they both like too high item level or something? Is that what the deal is? Because this is brutal. This is like, there's no way this happens, right? Oh, man. Yeah, like, hold on. Just... this is 83, this is 81. Dot multi and socketed bow gems is 17%. Dot multi and attack speed is 8%. Just gonna pull all the rest of the thicket bows. Nope, I'm not. Some of the rest of the thicket bows out. I think they're pretty much all just attack speed bows, but still. This one's 63. Okay, let's just compare, like, adding attack speed and dot multi together. With this one is 8%. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why summer showing is like 8% and summer showing is Yeah, maybe it is. Hmm. What's the level on this? Level 72. Do I have another dot multi-bow around here? I do, right? No, I just used it. All right, let me try getting another dot multi-bow. I need to figure this out.
What can I do?
I'm thinking maybe that, like, combining a dot multi and gem level bow with an attack speed bow is, like, coming up fine and cheap. Easy. But combining a gem level and attack speed bow with a dot multi bow is just costing an insane amount. I think that seems like what's happening here. So the base that I need is like dot multi and gem level, and then also attack speed separately. Maybe. I hope that's not the case, because that sucks. But that might be what it is. Ah. Let's just try like attack speed and dot multi. That's 8%. This is a 63 item level bow, and this is an 83. And then this is an 81, and still an 83. Same percent chance. 8.18, 8.18, right? Yeah. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Now suddenly I can't get more dot multi bows. Maybe I don't want dot multi bows. Maybe I want dot multi and +2 gem level bows. Hmm. It's very weird to go from feeling like this was like a very, very easy, doable crafting project to now like, yo, this is a 0% chance of success. You're gonna need to stockpile for a month. Alright, let's try this the other direction. A +2 gem levels and dot multi-bow combined with an attack speed only bow. Dot multi and gem levels and attack speed. I think that's what it is. That doesn't make any sense. Am I being lied to? Is maybe that what's happening here? Well, anyway. Yeah, that's thinking. That's the approach here. Let's do an attack speed and dot multi-bow and just merge that with a gem levels bow. Ugh. Dot multi and attack speed bow. The cheapest one I can find is 60 chaos, and the next one is 15 divines. Because they're all this. They're all like thicket bows. But they're for fire damage is extra chaos. Ugh. Alright, well, I don't know that I want to do that. Man. Alright, well, let's just try it. 1 in 20, right? What's the worst that can happen? Wait, 1 in 25. Damn. Got the odds wrong. Ugh. Do I have any that are just attack speed? Like, not that I really want to burn a bow here. Yeah, I have one that's just attack speed. Not that I really want to burn a bow here, but like what? Like how bad is this, right? Oh, it's 8%. Yeah, it's 8% to combine dot multi and attack speed at T1. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. But that's really, really strange that it is working like this. But that seems to be what it is, so I guess I'm just going to keep buying more socketed bow gems and dot multi bows. And keep combining them with attack speed bows until I get what I'm looking for. If it is 1 in 25, that's still not too bad, even if these cost like 20, 25 chaos to put together each. You know, the math on that's pretty decent.
What was I doing again?
What's 25 times 20? What, like 1,000? No. 500. It's not too bad. The issue with fracturing dot multi is then you won't be able to hunter influence it because it'll be fractured and you can't influence a fractured item. Yeah, this is not the greatest thing in the world. It looked like it was going to be pretty good when the original chance was like 8%. I thought, you know, that could be pretty decent. But now, maybe not. Oh no! Oh no! Another thing I just realized that maybe could be causing this problem. Oh, this is bad to have to consider this too. What if it's sockets? What if sockets are part of the problem? Reduvia, hello. Ugh.
What was I doing again?
No, right? No, sockets shouldn't impact the cost. I mean, they don't show up in there, so probably not. I don't have anything to combine here. Neat. Yeah, I don't know. This is very weird. Alright, now to just buy some, like, generic attack speed bows, I think. I don't have any attack speed bows, just generic. Like, I have +2 socketed bow gems and attack speed. Which I think those might just be worthless then. If this is the way it's going to be. Oh, here's one. Here is one. Okay, let's try combining this and this. 85 and 75. 4% again. Alright, at least we're back to that. Oh, alright. Okay, he didn't want it after all. Got it. Alright, 1 in 25, I believe. That shouldn't have believed. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna try, like, just buying more attack speed bows to combine with this bunch of +2 and dot multi bows that I have acquired here. And then this random 5-link garbage bow that I have also exists and is fine. Yeah, +2 and attack speed. Oh, you know what? That's maybe the ultimate test here. Bow gems, dot multi, and attack speed. 4% chance of success. Okay, dot multi, bow gems, and attack speed. There we go. All right, consider it proven. Yeah, that's completely insane. It makes absolutely no sense that where the bow okay. All right. What? Why? Why are these two numbers not the same? This doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. Well, I guess then it doesn't matter if I have, like, +2 bow gems and attack speed bows. Like, they're worthless. Because a 0.15% chance is... it's a number for sure. What is 0.0015? 1 in 666 chance. All right. I'll take the 1 in 25 then. Okay. I do wonder that recombination is just lying to me and that these numbers are not true. +2, nope. Attack speed and +2 and dot multi. There we go, 4%. I'll try it. Another 1 in 25. No. Alright, last pair. Just cuz. Yeah, you would think, huh? I thought I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that this can hit. So basically what this means is that the just dot multi on a bow is no good. It has to be dot multi and +2 bow gem levels in order for you to actually have a chance of it recombinating together and actually being anything. But we can go ahead and hit this just to kind of destroy the evidence of the crimes against the numbers that are being committed here. Alright, well, at least I feel like I learned something. I learned that crafting in this game is pain, which I knew that already. But at least I learned what I need to buy, which is dot multi and level of socketed gems bows, specifically. So, you know, useful. I know, right? How long indeed do I need to stream until streamer RNG kicks in? You know, 5 minutes longer than 5 minutes longer than I actually do, I think is the answer. God, I thought I was logged into the streamer client this whole time. Let me take these junk bows and put them on the bottom corner here so that everything that I throw in here I can just quickly control click in. Alright. It's true. Alright, I'm noticing that these bows, these bases are starting to get a lot more expensive, so I'll maybe buy like 1 or 2 more and then do like 1 or 2 more attempts, and then if it doesn't happen today, I'll just keep trying. It's not like I need this to, you know, to clear anything that I've been doing, but it sure would be nice. It sure would be nice to put this together. I haven't, like, put this character into POB, or put this character back into POB in a bit. So I'm not sure exactly how much of a DPS increase this will be. Although, you know what? Let's actually do that. CRPF Merc. And then, you know what? I don't know if that's going to share any of my important account info. That doesn't look like it, but that's fine. Alright, I'll just tell you what it said. It was like it said I had like 3 million DPS prior to doing some recent gear update stuff. And I don't think that number is quite correct, but now it says I have 3.4 million DPS. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what would this bow be if it were fully crafted out? If it were crafted out to the level I want it to be here, we'll just go into the emulator. and fully like custom make this bow. Thicket, 20 quality, 2 level of bow gems, 1 level of socketed gems. Hunter, increased cast damage over time. We'll say tier 2. I'm not greedy. Do you want attack speed? E1 dot multi. And crafted chaos dot multi. T1 chaos dot multi. Which I would obviously spam to 20%, and then you can't do the harvest craft stuff in the Ray Crafter, but that's fine because I can throw it into Pob, which that's all correct. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, well anyway, this bow plus harvest enchantment for increased attack speed would give me a reduction in damage. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think maybe the damage would go down initially because right now I don't have a lot of gem levels, and my Empower isn't leveled all the way up, and my Awakened Void Manipulation isn't leveled up to 5. But like once you get it to 5, you get plus level of socketed gems, and so then at that point, this would be a pretty big damage increase. Yeah, like 7%. But I do actually have to level that gem up first, because right now the level of socketed support gems that I'm getting is actually like making a, you know, just a +1 level to my Toxic Rain difference. I also probably need to upgrade to a 2120 TR. So, yeah. Anyway, you know, that's all fine. I also need to upgrade to an Awakened Vicious Proj. 6% more damage. Might as well. In fact, let's do that now. Did I not hit enter? Okay, there we go, finally. Yeah, sure. Should have done this days ago. Honestly, I thought I had already. It's like I forgot to ever quality up this Wicked Void Manipulation. Just free damage. Completely forgot to get it. Alright. Waiting. My favorite. Alright. Another thicket bow has entered the market. Okay, yeah, that's good. Finally upgrading some support gems here. Only took me a week. Let's see, what else? Nothing else that really needs a quick upgrade or anything. Although I should be running a 2120 Toxic Rain. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get that sorted out right now. Honestly, I meant to buy this like 4 days ago, and I think I just thought I had done it, and then just got distracted with all the WoW patch news, and didn't realize I'd never actually pulled the trigger. Whoops. There we go. Looking good. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I could level up culling, or quality up culling strike support, give myself a bit of free life every time I kill an enemy. Sure. Okay, I think I've gotten all of the rest of the +2 level and dot multi thicket bow bases. Nope, there's like 2 more that are on the market that are maybe cheapish, maybe. Okay. Then once I've gotten the last of those, I'll just get however many more attack speed bows it takes to combine all of those, try and combine them, and then we'll go from there. No, absolutely no hits at all. It's just bricks galore. I think really the only thing that has happened is that I have learned that, yeah, it has to be a specific combination of bows. It has to be a +2 level of socketed bow gems and and T1 dot multi on one bow, and then T1 attack speed on the other bow. Don't know why it's like that, but if it's any other combination, then the chance for it to succeed is like nothing. Oh, you know what? Whoops. Shit. My bad, bud. Sorry. Rude on my part. Thank you. Okay, what, I get 4 together, so I just need to buy like 4 T1 attack speed bows. Alright, that's easy enough. These are all like 1 chaos or whatever, so there we go. Got the budget assigned for that. Hardest part of this is just getting people to reply, which, I mean, I don't blame them. If I really wanted to expedite the process of doing this, I could just use regular-ass thicket bows and a Deafening Essence of Zeal, but that only goes up to 18% attack speed, and eventually, with a bow like this, I would wind up, like, divining it to have really good rolls, so... or even better, just start with one that has 19% attack speed. Oh no, it's gonna cost 2 chaos apiece instead of 1 though, so better be careful. Oh my god, we've gone up to 3. I will never financially recover from this. Of course, this is the worst part. of any sort of craft like this. I mean, this is why I've, in the past, not made much of an effort to engage with the Recombinator, is knowing that I'd have to sit and do this kind of thing. Alright, here we go. Alright, thank you, buddy. Thank you so very much for having actually responded to a trade request.
There's been a brawl in the tavern.
Uh-oh, somebody's dead.
One of our men aided him. So hello. What have you got?
Junk? Junk.
We're gonna have fun with that one.
266 ward on a pair of gloves? Interesting. Eh.
That'll do. Not bad.
Not that big of a deal, ultimately.
Hello there.
Yes. Okay, 4 chaos for this trade, and then 1 exalt for the other trade. And then I need to send that bow out. So now I guess I need to get 5 attack speed bows in order to do this full remaining set of her combos. 1 attack, alright, 1 exalt. Okay, great. Alright, I have 2 attack speed bows, and that I have dot multi. I have 5. Oh, right, no. It's not dot multi. Damage over time multiplier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just double checking. And 3 more attack speed bows to go. Okay, great. And I also need to send out those ships as soon as I've traded with this guy. That'll be 3 of 5. So just 2 more to get and a ship to send. Off they go, off they go.
What now?
The irony is not lost on me that right now that this bow would, even with everything like going for it, it would actually be a downgrade because the rest of my setup is so bad. But like it would eventually be. I think I needed to recruit that guy.
There's a sign up.
Oh well, too late now. You know, the rest of the gear, it would be worth it
And I'll get everything filled out later.
to go ahead and craft this and at least have it on deck. Okay, I have a level 5 disenchanter ready to go. Might as well deploy him.
A wise
Level
assignment.
4 mapper that I haven't assigned at all.
Does work, but they
And a level 3 farmer. I'm sure there's some level 2 farmers in here that I'm wasting time with. Yeah, I gotta get my farmers up. Notice that trying to recruit new guys, that the farmers have been, like, pretty tough. Also, anytime mapper's on anything, like low-level mapper, just making them cost, like, 15 times more is so brutal. Let's see, how are we doing in terms of Orgord? Nowhere close to enough to satisfy that bounty. Okay. Bismuth. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty low on everything, right? I have been sending a lot of shipments after all. the sailors definitely come back before I'm ready to send them back out again. So, I mean, on the one hand, that's okay. I'm not feeling like pressured. Just throw out some wheat and some corn, whatever. Just something. Just send them out there with something. But yeah, a little annoying that that like the rest of my stuff is like falling behind or whatever. I've never gotten anything out of the PoE2 Recombinator of value. I tried like a handful of times and ultimately just kind of gave up on using it. In PoE2. But here I am in PoE1 trying desperately to make it work. Oh. They're in Sarn. Okay. Got it.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Alright, I think that leaves just one more bow to get, if I remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then... yeah, it's number 4, so... one more. And maybe it'll hit on one of these. I feel like I should have been counting this whole time, but, you know, if my chance to hit is like 20. Or 1 in 25, maybe. Then I feel like I'm probably done like 12 to 15, maybe, so far. 10 to 15. So it's not like I've, you know, hit the odds where I'm, whatever, below the average yet, but I'm getting close. All right. Let's do this. Wrong button. There we go. Off to King's March.
What was I doing again?
Oh, yeah. See, we'll pile these up so their attack speed's on one side and then the other bow on the other side. Attack speed here, bow gems and dot multi 4%. Oh yeah, I do need to pull more gold out. Okay. This is just a sanity check, but let's just double check. Does it matter what side they're on? No. Okay, well, better to be sure. How much is this costing? For 3 mods. 67, 64. Times 5 is like 35,000 gold, 33. Okay. Pull like 40, 50,000 gold out. Be able to afford the rest. Alright, here goes. Not this time. Alright, next try. Oh. Oh, okay. That's a dot multi-bow. Alright. Bow gems, dot multi, and attack speed. Attempt number 2 here. Nope. Alright. Attempt number 3. Bow gems, dot, not additional arrow. Although, what's the chance on that? Oh, it's the same. Alright. Yep. Gem levels, dot multi, and attack speed. Let's try it. Alright, failure number 3. Sometimes it's like that. Left 2 are attack speed, right 2 are gem levels and dot multi. Alright, I swapped them. I put the bow gems and dot multi in first and the attack speed in second. So they were left. The attack speed was on the left in the inventory, now it's on the right in the recombo. How about now? I mirrored it, you know? Let's see if the game respects that. It doesn't. Alright, we'll try again. We're mirroring the previous mirror. This one costs more. Why? It has slightly different chance of success. Is it because these are higher item level bows? Why are you like this, Recombinator? Why are you so complicated? Oh, is it because they're both 4 links? Oh. What if I could go down to, like... Alright, let's see if this matters. No. I think it's just the item level. I mean, that made the most sense anyway. Ugh, whatever. Alright, last try. Yeah, nope. Alright, great. Alright, I'll try more of this on a later day. I'm gonna keep stockpiling gold. That's why I did all this King's March shit in the first place. That's why I took Refiner's Bargain and Seance. Although I hate to admit that I'm actually enjoying all the ore farming, but I am. So, you know, not the end of the world. I do think I need to reassign my smelters better, though, because... I think I'm getting... Yeah, I have 6 guys, and then half of them are on Verisium and Bismuth, or most of them are on Verisium and Bismuth, so not getting much out of the Crimson Iron. Yeah, alright, that's done. 4% with a... Exactly right. God. I will eventually get this bow crafted just for, like, the sake of being stubborn. But I may not wind up recommending doing this. There is a non-zero chance. There is a non-zero chance that it is lying to me, and it's not 4%. It is just, like, 0.1%, you know? I don't want to think about if that's true, but on the other hand... It is possible that it's true. It's always worth it if you do trigger a altar on the way to the boss to like double check, because I've had that moment before where I just go like, whatever, it's not a divine shrine, it's not a boss divine shrine, there's no chance. And then I walk back and it's like 3 divines from the boss. Like, well, damn. I wish. That would have been nice. What is that, Aldi? Yeah, Aldi, the Time-Worn Claw. The discount Time-Worn Claw. Oh, another Ahuana's Bite. Don't mind if I do. Or is it Ahuana's Bite? Yes, it is. Wow, that's a good one. That is a really good one. 97% more damage. Do not mind if I do. I haven't even thought about what quiver corrupts you could get. I don't even remember what you can get as quiver corrupts. I've never thought about like, oh yeah, I gotta double corrupt this quiver. But now I'm thinking about it.
Go ahead, choose.
Alright, let's take a look. Offhand, quiver, corrupts. Chaos damage with bow attacks, worthless. Well, actually, if you go with a Voltaxic Rift, this could actually be pretty good. Arrows chain, bow attacks fire an additional arrow. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good for getting a lot more coverage out of your Ice Shot mercenary. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of into this. Also, what's Voltaxic Rift down to? I might be ready. I might be to the point where I'm ready to commit to that. 261 chaos. What's that, like 1.5 divines? 1.6? 1 divine. Oh. Oh, yeah, because again, people are corrupting them, and then they're not happy with the corrupt because they're looking for special fancy stuff. What's a good bow corrupt, now that I think about it, for a mercenary? Frenzy charge on kill, attack speed, crit chance. Yeah, I guess crit chance. Bow attacks fire an additional arrow. You get like 3 extra or 2 extra arrows between bow and quiver corrupt if you're halfway lucky. What What if I didn't care about attack speed at all, and I just wanted the highest flat damage possible out of a Voltaxic Rift for my Merc? I think this bow right here would be the ticket. Alright, I'm going to finish this map. And then, since they're down to under 2 Divines for a halfway decent Voltaxic Rift, if this guy will actually sell it, I think it might be Rift in time. For whatever her name is, that's my mercenary. I just want to see how good it is. You know, it might not be as good as I hoped. It might suck.
Well, you win.
I just thought, like,
To ruin.
what if there was a good way to get a lot more shock effect out of my Merc without having to swap her over to, like, getting lucky on a well-rolled Lightning Mercenary? And that seemed like the most obvious way forward on that front, I think.
Die, you bastard!
Alright. Map's almost clean. Most of the way. Just got this Verisia more to clean up here, I think. Reduced defenses per frenzy charge. I don't love that, but I still do like Quant, so I'll take it. No frenzy charges for me for a minute. I do wish the charging were faster on this Verisium charge up. That's probably the thing I would want to change, like, the most about this whole mechanic. Calgar, just make Verisium charging quicker. It's a bit much.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Oh, wrong tab, I think, on that all D. Alright. Throw that back in the Merc tab gear, and I think I don't have an Agnerod South gathered up yet. I don't. Alright, we're 75% of the way there. Okay, let's see if that guy's still selling his Voltaxic Rift for 1.4 Divines, and it hasn't already sold. Maybe. Hell yes. Let's go. Alright, now let me think about it. Voltaxic Rift does very little physical damage, so the move probably, which I don't think I'm going to do it, but the move probably is to, like, for this specific case, probably do like a Harvest Enchant to make quality apply to crit chance instead. Elemental damage? Is that one of the Harvest Enchants? I can't remember. If it is, that's definitely... Oh, wait, that might not be the move at all, since Voltaxic Rift only does chaos damage. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Okay, there we go, finally. What's the holdup? Okay. What are you doing? I don't know. This guy looked at the trade I gave him, or trade I offered him, which is like the right amount of currency, and then he kicked me without saying anything. I don't understand. Okay. Ah, that's very irritating. The classic PoE trade experience. No reply. Ugh, alright. No idea. I don't know what he wants. That's unfortunate. All right, I don't see any other ones that have a damage roll that I'm like thrilled about paying 2 divines for. So I think I might just be out of luck for the night. I'll have to wait until tomorrow until somebody else is around selling a Voltaxic Rift that I'm actually excited to buy. That is annoying. All right, well, that's unfortunate. All right, I'll do one more map anyway, just to at least not end things on that exact very annoying downer note. Of somebody being awful in trade. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's exactly what it is. He thinks he's going to relist it for twice the price. Z. Why wait until you're in the trade with me to do that? It's such an absolute dick move. Like, don't get me wrong. There have been tons of times where I got into the trade with somebody and realized that I was selling for something for like half price or whatever. And in that case, I just go, well, that sucks. That's my bad. The social contract insists that I get this trade over with already and get back to farming. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No reply. Like, if he just said, I want more. I want 2 divs for this. I would be like, all right, fine. And then on stream, I'd say, this guy sucks. But I would do it. But whatever. Just no reply. Goodbye. Alright, well. Unfortunate. Cold Lightning, Chaos. Nah, it's nothing. I think this guy is Junk, Dex, Int. I don't have anything exiled, so yeah, I'll just exile this guy. Ah, no thank you. Alright, cool. I'm not totally certain that... well, I think there's a real possibility that he thinks it's worth 1 Divine and 62 Chaos instead of 1 Divine and 61 Chaos, and that is why he canceled the trade and is not replying to me. Ugh. God. Or, you know, maybe whatever his add-on data is not properly synced and he thinks it's worth like 63 chaos or something. I have no idea. You never know with what kind of...
Are you
What the hell killed... Alright. Don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to a div card that grants currency. Oh, loyalty. Great. No, come on, like a House of Mirrors or something. Alright, I'll take 5 chaos. Reduced defenses per frenzy charge. Yeah, we're taking frenzy out again. That is the one downside, and the reason that historically I would just not bother to run frenzy charges on most of my Toxic Rain setups, because I would try and just run all... Very nice. Thank you. That feels pretty good. Got a Sephiroth card.
let's make a mess.
But yeah, like whatever. I'll just take the frenzy out rather than run around with 0 evasion rating for the rest of the map. That's no good. Alright, I think I have one more ore node that I walked past, but otherwise... Alright, you know what? I'm not thrilled about that death. Not loving that trade, but ultimately, I can definitely feel alright ending the night on getting a Sephiroth card out of a random, Eldritch Altar, Blue Altar. Like, that is not bad. I will not be taking this all the way up to 780, though. I'll stop at like 600. I think that's good. Nice. Very nice. Alright. I'm gonna wrap this up, now I got a little video to edit. Probably a couple of little additions to throw in there, too. Thank you very much. Wow. That back-to-back maps with Black Morgans is pretty nice. Alright, let's pull those 2 chaotic you know what? Yeah, I got some gift cards to hand in. Might as well do that now, and then I'll just sell that Sephiroth. Don't mind if I do. Oh, no. Alright. Alright, let's just talk to Faustus for a second here. Make some money. I'll take 135 instantly. That works for me. Oh, no. I'm not trying to sell any of the rest. Just turn them all into whatever. Oh, unfortunate timing, Prime. That's alright. We've been doing more streams than ever lately. Or at least than it, like... More streams in the last week than in the last 10 years, I think. Something like that.
Yes, definitely. Also, if you join our Discord, we've been announcing when we're streaming in there in our new videos channel.
That's true. Oh my god. I can't
And
click.
you could
My
turn on
fingers don't work.
alerts on YouTube to let you know when we're live.
Also true. Well, this is on Twitch, but Twitch as well.
Well, both platforms.
That's right.
Watch us on both. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's do
why
that.
not? Been having a lot of fun streaming. I had never really streamed PoE much, or almost any at all, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, the Crow Bell. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, we'll miss you there.
Oh, better luck
Alrighty.
next time.
Well, maybe later on. Alright, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. This was very fun. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely, have another video to work on here. That hopefully will be up in the morning, barring any, like, I don't know, emergency situations.
Yeah, we actually would be continuing on, but there's stuff to
Yeah.
work on because we keep getting asked about it, so we can't
Yeah.
make it if we don't stop being perpetually online at some
That's
point.
right. Stop doing one thing to do something else, ultimately. Hey, I mean, that's life, right? Everybody's doing things all the time. That's not a profound statement at all. That's very stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna go stop doing this. Yeah, and exactly
night,
that.
everyone. We'll be
Go
in the
do some farm
Discord.
strat video. Yeah, we'll be in the Discord around. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Had fun streaming.